You know, when you look at this stuff here, I want to talk to you about like stairs and different things. A lot of houses, I had a client recently ask me, he's like, you know, I wish I would have put a double staircase in the house. Well, their house is a nice size. It's like 4,000 square feet, maybe a little bit over. But when you're dealing with that kind of size house, you're starting out at, when you're about 5,000 to 5,300 around there, or 5,500 square feet, that is when you could start adding stuff like an extra stairs, you know, a library, you know, stuff like that, because what happens is that you can't fit it. You know, 4,000 square feet is a decent sized house, and there's no doubt about it. But to put in a staircase, a second staircase, in that size house, where are you taking it out of? You're gonna have to take it out of your, you know, kitchen, the dining room, the living room, the great room. I mean, it's just, you know, and it takes up some space here. And you know what? Everybody always likes that. Who, you know, to go up the main stairs all the time. When you come into this house, it's like I said, this house is like 6,400 square feet. And when people come in there, it's like, oh, wow, I wish I would have put a secondary staircase. So when you're thinking about, you know, building your house and starting to design it and stuff like that, you have to keep that in mind. There's a lot of things that you always want, but depends upon how big you go and how, you know, the size of your house is going to really determine your, you know, what you could put in it. Because you know what, you could fit it all in 4,000 square feet, but then your rooms are going to be smaller, and you know, it's not going to flow as good. So you really have to decide, you know, how big you want. Because a lot of people is like, oh, all I need is 5,000 square feet. That's all I need. I don't need any bigger. Yeah, but I want stairs. I want a exercise room. I want a media room. I want this. I want that, and it just goes on because you walk in these houses. Well, a lot of those houses are 1,000 square foot bigger, and the rooms are bigger because that's what affects it. Everything. I mean, once you put all this stuff in there, then your rooms get smaller, and then people say, "Oh my God, the bedrooms are so small. Or the laundry room is so small. You know, I want an elevator." Well, you know, the elevator's got to go from top to bottom. You got to fit that in somewhere. I don't need anything bigger than 6,000 square feet. Well, you know, if you're putting an elevator in with 6,000 square feet, yeah, it'll work. But it's not going to work with 5,000 square feet because it's going to take a lot of stuff away. There's no doubt about it. So you definitely keep that in mind. And that's when your builder will tell you these things. And, you know, Divak developers, we make sure that we tell you where you go, because everybody has their wish list. Everybody has their wish list. And you know what? We want to satisfy your wish list. But you know, you're gonna have to prioritize, and you're gonna have to tell us what exactly you want, and then we will try to fit that in. And we're gonna tell you that, you know, your laundry room is gonna become smaller, and you know, that's a really big thing. Everybody's like, oh, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Well, when it comes down to it, you put the cabinets in, you put the washer and dryer in, all of a sudden that, you know, you have no room to fold your clothes, and your wife is freaking out. You know, this is no good. This is no good. What am I gonna do? Where am I folding my clothes? What am I gonna do? And then you're, you know. And as the man, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. So you better do the right thing, because, you know, happy wife is a happy life. Thanks.